To open up with the AFC, that's a no-brainer, right? I've got the defending Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, at the 1 seed, 15-2, 5-1 in the division. Only reason I have that is because they're going to take an L Week 17 against the Chargers because they're going to be resting all the important bodies. I think that it's going to be a bit of a different season for the Chiefs this year, especially with the Chris Jones situation. So I'm expecting a lot of points to be scored. I feel like this wide receiver group is going to be underappreciated, and they're going to blow everybody's minds. I'm really, really big on this receiving group, despite not having that clear number one. So Pat Mahomes is going to probably throw for 40 and 5,000. Just book it now. All right, number 2 seed. I'm going to take a little bit of heat on this one, but I got some defense here. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 14-3. Now, I'm going to be honest. Pittsburgh will not win 14 games. I'll openly admit that now. When I did this, I was probably too heavy on Pittsburgh. But I do think that they will win 10 to 12 games this year. I know the North is stacked, and I think Pittsburgh will be in the running to win the North still, despite me favoring them a little bit too much on these predictions. 3 seed, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 13-4. My 4 seed, I've got the Miami Dolphins in a really, really tough AFC East division. 5 seed, I've got the Buffalo Bills also at 12-5. Unfortunately, they lose a head-to-head here with the Dolphins. And here's my reasoning. I agree. You guys have said already a couple times that the Bills will probably take a step back. I think you're right. But at the end of the day, the NFL, the teams that are successful in the NFL, have one thing in common, and it's an elite quarterback. Josh Allen is hands down the top 5, probably a top 3 quarterback in the league. As long as he's playing and he's under center, the Bills are a playoff team, in my opinion.
Yep.
Okay. 6 seed, I got the Cincinnati Bengals at 11-6. Do they really take the 6 seed? They very well could be a 1 seed. I'll be 100% honest. The Bengals are good. We know they're good. Joe Burrow is that dude. I talked about Allen being the top 3. Joe Burrow is top 2, right? He's probably the second best quarterback in the league, if not second best in the AFC for sure. He's got a ton of weapons still. That defense is better. My reasoning with them not winning is A, I told you already the North is stacked. B, I think the Bengals have been good the last couple of years, that they're going to get every team's best shot every week. They've got a target on their backs. They know that it's the Bengals and the Chiefs are the 2 favorites in the AFC. Then my 7 seed in the AFC, the New York Jets. I want to start by saying this. I want the Jets to be good. For the love of God, I want the Jets to be good so bad. You guys have said already again, there's a ton of talent on that Jets roster. Offensively, defensively, they check a lot of the boxes. The only box they haven't checked is quarterback. Aaron Rodgers checks that box for now. But I don't know if the Jets are going to be as good as everybody thinks they are. I'm going to make this point now because I'm going to bring it up a ton. I'm a you got to prove it kind of guy. So until the Jets prove that they're good, I need to see them be good. So I hope they convince me. In this case, I do have them winning 10 games in that tough AFC East division there. I have them 4-2. I think that's a loaded division. We're going to see a lot of playoff teams come out of there. We'll see what Aaron Rodgers and that Jets offense can do this year. I'm excited to watch that. Moving over to the NFC here. This is where I know I'm going to raise some question marks, but I'm ready to don't worry. And plain and simple, it's because the NFC is god freaking awful compared to the AFC.
We can all agree there, brother.
The 1 seed in the NFC, hands down, the best team in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think there's any debate there. I've got them 14-3, 4-2 in the East. I think that their defense is going to win them a lot of games this year. Let me flip through my notes here. I think that their offense will be good, but I expect it to take a little bit of a step back. Hurts is a fantastic player, fantastic quarterback, fantastic athlete. I don't know if he's got the arm talent to compete with the quarterbacks on the AFC side. Okay, he's got a lot of weapons, but I do think similar to Buffalo, I think everybody's got the Philadelphia game circled on their calendar, and they're going to see a lot of tough matches, and I think their defense bails them out a lot this season. My 2 seed, San Francisco 49ers. I think next to Philly, we all agree San Francisco is probably the next best team in the NFC. For the most part, I think that division is pretty soft. Brock Purdy, I talked already about Kenny Pickett having a good sophomore season. I think this is the year of the sophomore quarterback. Brock Purdy coming off the injury, as long as he's good to go, he's got some talent around him. Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, Shanahan's offense, if they can run the ball well and keep Purdy in good positions, they've got that stout defense. They're going to be positioned to win a lot of games. My 3 seed, I've got the New Orleans Saints at 12-5, 5-1 in the division.
Yep.
Okay. The Saints, I think, without any explanation, I think the Saints are the best team in that division. I expect Derek Carr, not Derek Bike. He's going to be Derek Carr this year. He's got all 4 wheels rolling. Derek Carr is out for blood this year. I feel like he's pissed at how things went down in Vegas, which I don't blame him. And it was mentioned on last night's episode. I heard you guys talking about it. There is some talent offensively there. Obviously, Kamara's got that suspension, but when he comes back, you couple that with Olave and some of the other tools they've got. I think Carr's going to come out slinging the thing this year. My 4 seed, the AFC North division champion, the Chicago Bears, 10-7.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
Here's the thing with the Bears. I think that they did enough this offseason to win the AFC North because I don't think anybody else in that division did enough to win it. Plain and simple, Justin Fields could have an MVP caliber season.
He will.
Could. He's an MVP talent. I'll give him that for sure, and I hope he's in the running for it. Dude's electric. He's so fun to watch. You don't know if he's going to scorch you with his arm or his feet, and if he does it with his feet, he makes you look stupid. So if they do have that successful season, they are going to be in contention to win the North. I think it's going to be on Justin Field himself. My 5 seed, the Seattle Seahawks, at 12-5. My 6 seed, we're back. We're back to the NFC East. And no, my 6 seed is not the Dallas Cowboys. My 6 seed is the Washington Commanders. I'm going to say that again. My 6 seed, the Washington Commanders at 10-7. Let me be honest. Everything about Washington, everything about that organization stinks. Everything except those players. They have a talented freaking roster. All right? Sam Howell, another sophomore quarterback, didn't get to play a ton last year. That's on the coach. I think he's going to start. I think he's going to have a good sophomore season. He's got talent around him. He's got a group of receivers that are big, fast, explosive. Scary Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, a couple of backs that are pretty solid. And what goes unsaid about the Commanders is they have been really, really good defensively the last couple of years too. Especially in the box. They've got a couple of decent defensive backs, but up front, they're pretty monstrous. Assuming Chase Young gets his shit together this year, that's a pretty formidable front on the defensive side of the football. So I do think that they're going to win some games this year that most people won't think they're going to win this year. My 7 seed, squeaking in at 8-9, I've got the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers at number 7. Frankly, they make it in because there's no other team that can. I mean, realistically, you look at the records, everybody else below 500. The big question mark with Green Bay is what are they going to do offensively, right? Defensively, they're good. I don't know if they're top tier and great. They're a little bit aged in some spots now, but they're good. Good enough to be 500 at least, right? What is Jordan Love going to do this year with this young group of receivers? I like Christian Watson a lot. I hope he has a big year this year. Romeo Doubs showed some flashes last year. Let's see what Jordan Love can do. Who knows what that is?